I think we should have an intro.
Gio should do the intro.
Bobby, bitch. Just load in with that song.
Welcome back, guys, to another Insomniac podcast. You have your host today,
Alex.
Gio.
Oh,
Guest host today, Gio.
Guest of honor.
And then your regular host, Alejandro. Drew Senny.
What's up? What's up?
And then your co-star, Brian Cortez.
The audience clap.
Yeah, welcome back to another week of the podcast with the boys.
Oh, yeah.
We've it's been a little bit, I believe, since our last podcast,
Yes, it has.
right?
We've been busy.
Just got out of jail.
We always say that, but it is true.
We always
Promise
say that.
you guys that it's true. We're busy.
Yeah, we started uploading daily on our page, which has been fun. Just random clips, recording new footage, just trying to get more audience to our brand.
Yeah.
It's been fun, though. It's been very productive, and it's been cool seeing the numbers go up and kind of stay consistent, too.
True.
I've been happy about it.
It was scary too, at the beginning, because you never know. Like, obviously, posting a video online, it's like you're taking such a big gamble in whether people are gonna watch it or not, or people are gonna be interested in what you're posting and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if you break it down, obviously, like hashtags have to go in it. The timing of like when you're posting and stuff like that, which we all talked about. Like, if you break it down, it's really a science, which is it's a little bit less scary when you think about it. In my perspective, it's like, okay, if you do this 100%, like you will see some feedback, right? And which is so far good that we've seen, and that growth that we've been collecting. So it's been nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, has anyone told you anything negative? Like anything? The only one thing was when we made the champagne drink.
That was funny.
Someone made a comment where it was like, so all the ingredients are warm.
So half of the ingredients are warm.
Yeah, and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, well, Brian made it a good point to me when he was telling me. He was like, well, the champagne's cold, so I don't know what. And it was like a tiny champagne glass too. It's not like a, big cup.
What are they? Sorry. What was it? Don't they call the little champagne bottles like split? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's essentially like we use that for the drink too, So it wasn't like much of it that was filled
Even
up.
if you make it a big one, right? Like more liquid is it's just gonna make it colder with colder champagne.
Yeah.
But but to go back to your question, sorry, Alex, it's not really like negative, right? But it's been like I've seen my homies, like my closest of homies, hit me back up and be like, "Oh man, like this would also be a good idea," or like, "Oh man, like I would also like to do this. Oh, maybe you should include this," right? Like Gio was one of the people that like slid up whenever we posted on that POV, be like, "Hey, bro, like you should make yourself up," be like, "Oh shit, like that would be a good idea. You should get mics." Kind of stuff like that. Or like how Fernie was like, "Oh man, like he kind of made like a joke, right? But a good thing. He was like, "Man, I didn't see you wash your hands once."
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was just like a funny thing that he
You're in
caught,
gloves,
know?
no?
Yeah, that was the whole point, But on that first POV too, like it was just something that like, that he saw that I missed, that also would have been like a good like little addition. So
No, but I mean, not only have us been adding content, but also two people that we know. Gio, you've been producing more content now, and Fernie too, which is Bear Vinyls, which has been pretty
Instagram.
cool. Bear Vinyls, yeah, dude, watch out for it. It's actually pretty good. His editing surprised me. It just came out of nowhere, to be honest. And I really like his style of editing and the fact that it's like what he's really into, and then the way he's decorated like a bunch of his like apartment and vinyls, he's collecting them, so he gets a lot of different footage. Been really liking it. And then Gio, you've been doing yours too. You wanna touch up on that?
Yeah. Right now I'm still trying to find like the exactly what I'm trying to do, but right now, I mean, it's been fun. Whatever idea I have that revolves around coffee, just do it, and it's been fun.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems like you're doing it organically, which is nice,
Yeah.
So that's the best way that you just kind of get the best ideas,
Yeah.
And like we started doing it all organically, and now we're at the point where we're trying to plan now to where it's like we can actually plan the videos, and it's not just like, oh, we're gonna plan to do this, and then like the time comes and we never do it, And
Yeah,
so
I guess.
Yeah.
sorry, Gio, creatively, right? Are you like a very like spur of the moment kind of guy, right? Where like you get ideas when like you're doing something random,
Yeah.
right? Or do you kind of like have like a sit down brainstorm kind of moment?
Nah, definitely the first. I just kind of like go with the spur of the moment.
Yeah.
Like recently, like my next one that's coming up, Well, like my last one, I was like, you know what I do often is like I wake up in the morning and I literally like watch like the newest like fucking episode that dropped, and I'll make like coffee and I'm sitting there, I'm chilling. So I was like, you know, like I'll probably just record it, you know. And so I did that one, and then the next one, I've been wanting to get into matcha, but I know it's very specific, like how to make good matcha, obviously, and obviously, I mean, just like you guys, I mean, you want to make something quality, you know what I mean? So I've been wanting to get into like ceremonial matcha, but before that, I was like, let me just kind of like see the differences, and so I saw something on Trader Joe's, which I go to often all the time, and they have this powder. And it's instant matcha, you know. I can't imagine that it's gonna be like the greatest, but I wanna try it. So I'm gonna probably just gonna do the style is gonna be like a matcha review from Trader Joe's, which people love, and I personally love. Like that's the things that I watch is what I want to produce. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
At the end of the day, you know, like whatever it might be.
Your own spin to it.
Yeah. So it's gonna be like matcha with banana cream, cold foam. So
Watch out for that, guys. Too.
Hopefully today.
That's sick as fuck. Yeah, no. True. Trader Joe's is definitely a hidden gem. Like that, you go there. I don't go there too often, right? But whenever I do, it's like, oh man, you get like the chocolate covered bananas, right? Always. That's a must get from Trader Joe's.
Good ass. I wouldn't even consider, and I feel like a lot of people would agree, I wouldn't even consider like an actual like grocery store, bro. A lot of people
not
get specific like things. Like they have like a niche of a bunch of like random snacks and like random like.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's really good. You should.
Yeah.
But I think they'll find something. You'll find something you'll like.
Trust, dude. Yeah.
They have the best hash browns. I'll tell you right now, bro.
I've heard of that.
Package ones,
like
you just fry them, bro. Exactly like the McDonald's ones, the morning ones.
Ooh.
Every morning, crispy every time, as long as you make it crispy, of course.
Bro. Around the holidays too, like I know that's where I get like my gingerbread houses.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
funny.
Bro.
cute.
They always good ones. Always,
I think they're like one of the only places that have like that pumpkin spice, like
Yeah, they
actual
have
spice
that.
too. Yeah.
They have those.
Jesus, I'm missing out.
The Trader Joe's, yeah. Even
No
I
more
get
food for less.
I know. It is super.
That's too bad.
Puerto Raza.
Yeah, we're over here drinking some drinks too that B just made us.
Yeah, bro.
Some Negronis.
How do you feel that shit?
Oh, dude.
So
It's like,
go get yourself a drink and cheers with us.
yes, guys, always.
Shit makes me
Speaking of drinks, we did release a new one that we were all very proud of, the Valentine's Day drink. A very good
dude.
kisser. B came up with the ingredients, like infusion together and the Muddalene. And then Drew and I kind of did the decorations and the garnishes from B2. So it was probably one of my top 3 favorite drinks that we made.
Yeah.
Not only flavor-wise, but aesthetic-wise too. And I mean, I don't think it was that much of a complicated drink to make either. And again, it was like for Valentine's Day, so it was fun. Hopefully a lot of people liked it.
Yeah, how did you kind of come up with the recipe for that? Because I feel like you didn't really talk to me much about it until you had it already done and packed, you know. But when I tried to do
no,
it,
bro. When this was in his thinking mind, when he's making his drink, you can't talk to him.
I
You
know,
cannot
I get so
talk to him, bro. And I get it, dude. I get it. I get like what mindset you're going into, and like I sometimes want to add input. I'm like, oh, maybe this, but no,
yeah,
he gets very like, he needs to do trial and error his own way. Because if you add other variables into it, it'll like fuck everything up. And like that's what I like seeing what B does it. But like sometimes I do want to add my 2 cents on it. I'm like, nah, this dude knows more than me, you know. Like, so yeah, it's pretty cool. It was funny at first to see it, but now it's like, okay, like this is actually how his like craftsman and how he puts it together and how he works and how his mind works. So we've gotten great results from it. So
Yeah, thank you. But I mean, definitely, I don't think it upon like, oh fuck, like I know more. But for this one, I was struggling at first, dude. It was a struggle because for like these holiday drinks specifically, right? Obviously, you have a theme, you have something to go off of, right? You can go off color, you can go off the sweet flavor taste, right? I kind of decided to go off practicality and making it for your other, right? And having something that you could do in-house in your like as a show for your significant other, you know, to like impress them or something like that, you know. So I kind of went that route. But to get to that, oh man, I went through dude. Like it was like 3 of like, oh man, of the not very like best tasting drinks that I've had in a minute, dude. Yeah. And it wasn't because of like it just wasn't mixing well. I was so like blocked into how I wanted it to taste.
Yeah.
You know, because I had kind of like the idea, but whether I wanted to go sweetness, right, or like more tarty, right, it's just all up in the air still.
Yeah.
So I kind of sat down with it, and that same day, right, I was lucky enough to I had gotten some fresh fruit. I got some fresh watermelon, actually, and I kind of wanted to play around with that. But then I was like, "Fuck, dude! Like, what is the name gonna be?" You know? And then I kind of started to think ahead. So I got the name first out of like an idea that I heard, right? And I was like, "Oh, like the berry good kisser," right?
Yeah.
But I only had watermelon.
Oh, I get
Right.
it,
So
yeah.
I was like, oh, fuck, how do I make a berry? And then I had all the other berries, right? I had raspberry, blueberry, and
All the berries.
yeah, all of them. So I started mixing them, and I thought that strawberry tasted like the best, like the most sweet. And with all the alcohol that I had, right, it was like, okay, what's going to be the easiest? Malibu. Because that one, it was between Malibu and Tito's
Yeah.
that I was going to do. So I tried them both, and Tito's was not it, dude. I would not suggest it. It just wasn't like my flavor palette, you know? So,
Yeah.
okay. So I went with Malibu, right? And then I got that down. And then recently I had gone to like one of my older jobs, right? And to go look back at their menu and like kind of get all the like the memories from their like flavors and shit that they used to get. I remembered that all the kind of like guava and all that kind of flavors and like
Yeah.
fruits really matched well with the mint that we had. And that flavor just kind of like expanded on it.
Mm.
So using all of that, right, it created the drink itself that was enough to for me to just fill in the holes with like, oh, lime juice and fucking simple syrup, right?
Yeah.
And then came the drink, and then we tried it whole, and it was gas, dude. It was nice. And then the struggle was like, oh man, like, okay, it's good, right? But like, do I add more to it, or do I just kind of stick with how
Yeah.
it is, right? And I wanted to add the peach snaps to it, but it was just like it was too much. I thought it was a very like good drink how it was, and I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
very proud of it. I was happy with it, and then I realized that we can do like a lot of like playing around with the garnishes, like how we did, right?
Yeah.
And everything just kind of tied in together.
It was super easy to do too. Like cut the strawberries just like in hearts, you know, and it adds that little extra step of practicality and like you said, making it for your other person for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, because if you didn't watch it, it was gonna be the muddled watermelon, the strawberry, with the Malibu, right? You had a little bit of lime juice, and simple syrup with the mint. That's it.
It was funny because I was coming home from the gym that day, and I see our island covered in bottles and cut up fruit and cups and cutting boards, knives, right? And he had these 3 drinks there, and he was like, "Oh, like try them." And the very first one I tried, instantly I'm like, "Bro, it made my stomach hurt," like right then and there. And he's like, "Yeah," he was like, "That was the very first attempt. It did not work."
He's all drunk. Try these.
Usually ends up with me getting.
I bet, bro.
Bro, it was like the last one that he made was the one that we came out with, and it was really good. It was really fun.
It's funny.
Too-
It's funny because my bad.
No, go
I
for
feel
it.
the same way when I'm like making drinks, bro. I'm just overly caffeinated.
It's all jittery,
Yeah, dude. Like my
Please
stomach
try it.
hurts, bro. I'm like, fuck, and I'll like tell my girl like, oh, well, this one tastes different than this one. And to be honest with you, she has a really bad like flavor. Because she's like, they taste the same, and I'm like,
like there's nothing the
You're like,
same.
I
with
know.
those.
I'm like, dude, whatever.
That's so
I'm,
funny.
I'm like super overly caffeinated.
Do you like feedback right there and then, or do you want to feel like it's completely finished until you get feedback?
Well, here's the thing that I think is interesting is that like I at the end of the day I want to perfect whatever it is I'm making. You know,
Mhm.
like for some reason I still haven't gotten around doing the vanilla, which is my personal favorite. But lately,
That's right.
because I've been making my own syrups, right? So
Mhm.
I don't know why I haven't gotten to it. Fucking lazy. But I have all the ingredients to make my own vanilla bean syrup, like I have the vanilla bean paste. Apparently there's paste and like all that stuff. But I've been practicing a lot with the salted caramel, the one that you tasted. And
Gas.
and I perfected that one. So
Gas.
like I think I haven't gotten around to like perfecting them, but I guess like my point was that it's funny because in a video, as long as it looks appealing, like how do they know how it's gonna taste? You know what I mean? So it's like at the end of the day, sometimes I think like, okay, what looks different? Because all the coffees are brown anyway. Like, you know, I'm like, oh, so here today I'm making this. And I'm like, they don't like, no one really cares. Like even I don't even care. Like I think it's more about like doing something entertaining, but also instructional at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah. I don't remember what your question was. Well, now I want coffee.
I want coffee.
What do you like the person to who's trying it? Do you want them to give you feedback on the first sip,
Yeah.
or maybe have them try like more than half of it and then give you the feedback?
I mean, as long as they're just giving me their opinion, I think
Okay.
I value people's opinion. You know what I mean? Like, because I mean, that's how you grow and that's how you know. You know what I mean? Because everyone's taste is different. No matter what, everyone's taste is different. Some people like it really sweet. Some people don't like it sweet. I personally don't like it sweet. I know you don't like it that sweet.
Yeah.
Some people really like it sweet. It's just about finding the middle ground and stuff.
I don't like
that.
it sweet.
Yeah, like I could say for myself, like I'm out of all four of us, I'm probably the most pickiest, like as far as like eater goes, drinking, you know. And I've always been picky with like the drinks per se. Like I'd either do just a strawberry margarita or not drink at all, you know. And ever since we started experimenting with all these drinks, like I felt like my palate has expanded more to see what I like and don't like. And then the same thing started happening with coffee, because I would only just drink like black coffee. And like I wouldn't like cinnamon on it, or I wouldn't like any like milk or vanilla, especially. I wouldn't like
Like a
do that on
sweet,
my own
like
coffee,
an
yeah.
Extra, yeah.
And then when you've brought them to like work, and you know we try and all that, it's really it really it really surprises me how like exactly on vanilla how strong of a flavor it is, but it's so subtle when you've made it. So it's like
Yeah, it's hot.
that's really surprised me, you know, like, and then that goes on with it, like our drinks too, like they all know I don't like coconut, for example, right? But this Valentine's Day drink had a little hint of it because of like the Malibu, and it was actually really fucking good, you know. So it's really interesting to see how many ingredients can make one simple product, and even the one of the ingredients like for me are like, oh, like I don't even want to try it because of that. I'm like, fuck it, I'll still try it, and then it actually comes out pretty good.
Yeah.
So I like how we're experimenting with alcohol. You're doing it with coffee, and it just, for me personally, it's like expanding my palate, and hopefully that's happening with like people who watch our content too, and to actually try it out, because it's cool, you know. It's fun that we're doing this. Like I never thought I'd be doing this to begin with, so it's actually really fun and learning new things.
That's the most important part. Because if you're not having fun, then it's kind of feels like work, I guess.
Yeah. What you up to, Drew?
What you mean?
No, it's funny because like I know B is a lot about his mixology. You're a lot with coffee, and I feel like Drew and I are really more on the background part of it. Like I recently started to learn how to edit, you know.
Yeah.
And then Drew had that like special touch on his where he is always editing. So even me learning that has been super cool too, and learning new things. And then with B, he kind of taught us how to like bartend a little. Honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of it, me bartending. But again, it's cool to learn, you know?
Yeah. It's like right now, what I was used to doing was editing stuff that I had maybe had like a more of time to like plan, you know? So it's like I had a video in mind, like, oh, I'm going to plan it. And it was like always my thought. And then it's like I had like that in mind going to film everything. So everything was easy for me to like go edit it later on. Now it's like I have like an idea that we were all trying to like get across, you know? And sometimes it's like it's harder to try and do that in a video form and then get back to the edit and have it be the exact same way that like it was thought of in the first place. You know, like sometimes like when I'm editing these videos now, it's like the edits come out a lot different than how the video originally was planned. You know, it's like honestly it comes out a lot better though. You know, it's like honestly the best videos we've had in the recent like couple weeks even of just like us changing stuff is like have been completely different than when we originally thought it. You know, it's just clips that we've taken, put them together, and like the edit and the idea that we wanted for that video is pushed across in that way, you know. So that like editing way and style has changed completely for me in the last few months, and having to try and learn that has been different. So that's been cool.
Yeah. I got a question for you guys. Do you guys, like, obviously we're all creating content, right? We're all content creators now. Do you guys get discouraged by like the views or the amount of followings that we have? Or, because obviously we don't have that many followers. We don't get that many. I mean, I don't want to say that many because 1,000 is a lot. You know, like you can't even imagine 1,000 people in the room, right? Like for you guys, is it discouraging? For you guys, is it discouraging? Like if you see a video, like if you know that a past video did a certain number or the quality that you made it, it's not coming out, like the views aren't reciprocated with that. Like, does it bother you guys?
I mean, that's kind of like asking, like, do I have an ego? You know, like,
Do you?
yeah, I have an ego. Yeah, you know, I do. Because obviously, as that person creating it, you know how much work you're putting into something. Even if it is a 30-second clip, even if it is a, like 2-second edit, 3-second fucking noise that you put in,
Yeah.
But they don't know how long it took you to get it just fucking
To
right,
get there.
to get it just fucking synced in, only you know. So I feel like because I am very proud of every video that we put out and like that we put, all of our efforts into, then yeah, I feel like sometimes it not discouraged, like fully be like, oh, I'm not posting anymore, but like be like, oh man, like for sure, that deserve like
Bet.
10,000 fucking views, like just unrealistic stuff like that. But I feel like it doesn't deter me in any way, but it does be like, hey man,
You.
Honestly, yeah, it does a little bit. I don't feel like it. I feel like it's a little not like disheartening, just like it just kind of feels like, like what's the point? You know what I mean? In that sense, it's like, or like if you're like questioning if you're doing something wrong or right or what you should do next or stuff like that. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like I said, it's like if you're having a good like time, I think if anything in life, like if you're expecting something, then you're gonna get disappointed. You know what I mean? So I think it's better to go with no expectations and just
Oh, okay.
do the thing that you wanted to do.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I try not to get discouraged because I think being in a situation where, like, say this is like a personal account, and we're uploading stuff that is like trying to promote our like personal names, it would be a lot more discouraging to like get like, oh yeah, it's like nothing I'm doing is right, and it's like nobody's wanting to watch this stuff. It's like, so it's like even for you, Gio, it's like the fact that you can have all this content that you're doing, but even though it's like stuff that you're coming up with yourself and it's your idea, it's like if people aren't watching it, it's like, it's kind of hard. Versus the take I'm trying to take on in the last like months of us like trying to do this media side of it and pushing that, it's like honestly, if people don't want to watch every single video, I know every single video is not going to be like viral, you know. But at the end of the day, the more videos we put out, especially if we find them funny or we find them, entertaining or relatable or even just like informational, it's like we're starting to come out with stuff that's like talking about stuff that we know about, and I think at some point like that just catches on to, like you said, our personalities, but the fact that I get these two guys to still like do that stuff with, it's a little less like on me, and so I don't feel that pressure of like, oh, it's like these couple videos didn't do that great, but I know that in a few videos it's gonna be even better, it's so.
Now the next question for me.
That was the first one to answer. I don't know why you guys went back to me. It's like I don't.
Just looked at his face. He's like, he's like, what?
Smiling.
He's gonna bring his ego again. No, I was gonna say for you guys, for example, like, do you guys come up with like the cocktails or like a theme or a specific type of video, or are you guys staying in like the kind of like you give the list of ingredients and then you make the drink and then you present it, Because what I would like to see, I think would be like, and I had told you guys before, like it'd be cool since you guys have a lot of knowledge on it and like your own personal opinions. I think a cool one would be like, like top 3 drinks to not order at a bar. Like what bothers you as a bartender? Like what goes well, or like what top 3 drinks to drink on the go? Like if you're at a bar, like what's the first thing you drink and you want to get in that level when you're already there?
Like a Red Bull.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like want to go and fucking punch something.
Vodka Red Bull.
A martini vodka.
Like that'd be dope too.
True.
But yeah, that's the beauty of it though. You guys have like a bunch of like,
unlimited unlocked content.
I'm getting deja vu.
No,
Favorite drink.
I know. Speaking of new content though, the new was it Captain America?
Yes.
Brave New World.
That one just
Nerd.
dropped.
Oh, I loved it.
I know.
I loved it.
Which one of you guys saw it on opening night?
I saw it. Technically, it was like the day it came out, but it wasn't opening night. Opening night was the day
Really?
before.
Opening night's always
the
Thursday
same day.
Yeah, it's always
Is it?
it's the night before.
I'm not familiar, so.
Yeah, I'm not a nerd.
Yeah,
I'm not allowed to go watch opening night.
I know.
Okay, I
They
know
yell at
you're
me.
not a nerd, Gio, but would you go to Comic Con?
I would, yeah, for sure.
I'm a
What
nerd.
would you dress up as?
I heard it smells crazy in there though. Honestly,
Well, okay, hold on. Let me see if we can clip this. What would you dress up as at Comic Con?
I would dress as someone that like a character that has like brown skin. So for example,
Budgie.
like no fucking
Yoshi.
Yoshi.
Like yo, with big ass boots,
Silver Mario.
butt naked,
What up?
just like a
Donkey
backpack
Kong.
and big boots.
Oh,
King Kong.
nah, okay.
I do Toji from Jujutsu for sure. Man.
Is that an anime?
It's an anime.
So you're a huge fan of anime.
Yeah, I am.
Weirdo.
Heck,
All right, what's your favorite
They're
anime show
good.
then? Or what's
It's
okay?
literally cartoons and fucking.
Okay, recommend one anime for people to watch, and then what's your favorite one?
Oh man.
On the spot.
I'd be surprised if it's not the same.
It shouldn't be the same.
That's a good question, actually. My personal favorite is it wrong to fall in love in a dungeon? And I already
What
know
the fuck?
exactly. There we go.
Isn't that the same creators as Demon Slayer or no?
I think that's
No,
in
no.
anime.com.
No.
I think it's from the same like animation studio. I think it was like Mappa. I think,
Oh,
Yeah.
which is like a big one. But I personally like it because it's just a story about like even not just anime, but like Zelda is my favorite. And
Okay.
like stuff like that, like adventure, like
Oh, okay.
kind of like someone that's like,
like
you get
LARPing?
the main character and he's like trying to like level up and he has like a goal and you
So
know,
a hero arc.
like hero stuff. Yeah,
Okay.
that's like one of my favorite
Does
things.
it
Always
have to
been.
be like dragons and?
No, it doesn't.
fantasy?
It's always
Okay.
different. Sometimes it's fucking wizards.
Okay.
Like
Yeah,
Black
cool.
Clover's a
But
good
like
one
fantasy
too.
and stuff like that.
What
Or,
the-
like-
Fantasy.
yeah, yeah.
Fantasy.
That's cool. That's cool for sure.
Those are my favorite ones.
For sure. Alex, what would you dress up as in Comic Con?
Godzilla.
Would you? Would
just
you?
butt
What kind of
naked and
suit would
green.
it be though? What kind of suit would you be? Like an animatronic suit or like a blow up suit?
Probably a blow up suit would be
Oh,
funny.
no, dude, you gotta be. I'd be Iron Man.
Iron
That'd
Man.
be so. Have you seen those like actual like really like?
That's nice.
I'd be the
ones.
new Captain America.
Yeah,
dude.
He's all brown.
New Captain.
You guys
He's all
can go
brown.
as everything. You guys want to be Snake Eyes from G.I. Joe?
Oh, he's clean.
Yeah.
I'll be Slender Man.
I'll lose some weight there, buddy.
I know.
He's gonna be a Ghastly.
No, but to dress up as, I mean, I don't really think so.
Chun-Li.
I personally, just because it's so easy to do, like I'd be like John Wick, you know,
Yeah.
like just
So
wear a suit,
easy.
but have like,
They're gonna be
Like,
like,
cut
are you
up-
George Lopez?
but have like you know like scars or whatever, all that, but just like John Wick, or like the suit's kind of tore up, you know, stuff like that. So
I'll be his dog. You have to look for me. Isn't that the plot? Or I'm
the
tripping.
no,
Wait, he loses his dog?
It's a
Nah.
subplot maybe.
he goes on a revenge.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
That's
I've
different.
been in Comic Con screaming, "G-ho!"
Yeah.
But yeah, I dress up as John Wick.
John
You?
Wick. Yeah, would you ever do something like that?
And yeah, Snake Eyes from G.I. Joe.
No.
Oh,
I look clean next to you.
Yeah.
why?
Because I think that if I had the money, I would go all out.
That's what I'm
Tactical.
saying, dude.
Yeah, like
Jesus.
you'd get like those suits, right? Like the good
Oh.
custom suits. Because I'm talking all out.
Oh, you're
You know?
you're oh okay.
Yeah, like I don't know if you guys have seen that clip of like because they do costume shows or
yeah.
like
like competitions.
yeah, competition shows, right? And there's this clip of the Five Nights at Freddy's
Animatronics. Yeah.
yeah, dude, and like he goes out on stage as an animatronic, bro.
That's
and
crazy.
his chest is like blowing out smoke, and it's all fucking super
That's
realistic.
crazy.
Yeah, like just like stuff like that.
Oh,
like, I
okay.
think that is very very super cool.
Yeah.
no, I know he's Iron Man.
Wait, what about you, Drew?
Jesus.
I said Iron Man.
Oh, Iron Man? I like
Yeah.
the decked out suit.
Yeah. That'd be so
Jesus.
cool, you know. Yeah. Do you remember there's a bodybuilder, James Hollingshed, that did
God of War.
God of War.
Kratos.
You look
The
legit.
Kratos dude, yeah, because he looks so big,
Yeah,
right? And it's like
fuck.
he has the bald head and the big beard and everything, bro. And it's like he
It looked
looked
hella
like,
realistic.
yeah, it did. And I think like when you look like just like the characters like that, I think that's
Yeah,
cool
that's
too.
dope.
Yeah, that's cool.
It was an actor, right? That was also a bodybuilder. Game of Thrones.
He's Thor.
The
Not Thor
mountain?
Bjornsson. Yeah.
Yeah.
The mountain. The
What,
big.
what
the
was
big,
he?
He's a strong man.
Strong man. There you
Yeah,
go.
strongman guy.
Yeah, all,
man.
all
All
that
those
Viking,
dudes are
all that Viking genetic is insane. It's
Yeah.
like fucking
like multiple of those people just on one ship, just taking over
Imagine
the.
that.
Oh my god, that's scary.
dude. But yeah, why the question? You want to go to Comic Con? Comic Con vlog?
Yeah, I mean it's
I'm down to
it's
go.
soon, but yeah, I mean they have multiple ones. They have one in San Diego, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Fernie's been wanting us to go over there.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
We gotta go.
Would you go?
I would go, yeah.
Yeah, but you have to dress up as Chun-Li.
Where plug noses? Oh, I would like to go. Well, because I am like not a huge Marvel nerd, but I do really like Marvel.
Yeah.
Um,
But you would see Godzilla there and stuff like that, too.
Yeah, I
And
love
like a bunch of
Godzilla.
Marvel stuff
Like
for sure.
Bro, I love
Like
God.
the
Like, you guys have
actual-
no idea how much.
He's trying to get the physique.
No, I love Godzilla. I grew up with it. Like, first it's Jurassic Park, and then I started watching Godzilla, and then ever since then, it just.
I just saw Jurassic Park. I really liked it.
The first one?
I
You
almost, yeah.
just saw it?
No, not like the OG one. The one with Chris
Oh,
Pratt. I think
son
that
of-
dude.
Yeah.
Jurassic
The
World.
2015, 2016 one. It was
Jurassic
good.
World, yeah.
Those are good, yeah.
I wanted to like lead up to it because I know they have like 2 more after that, right?
Did you see the new trailer for the new
Fallen
one?
King, yeah.
Isn't it
It's
an
like genetic
abomination?
modified, yeah.
Yeah.
I love that, bro. I need to see
Genetically
that one.
modified.
They look like the aliens.
The xenomorphs?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nerd.
Well, yeah, well, you're a big,
Those are-
I forget, you're a big, like, scary movie fan,
Oh,
huh?
I love scary movies.
Like, why? Like,
I don't know. It's just.
But is it like, do you also like the slasher, like, characters,
I
per
like
se?
I like slashers. I like thrillers.
But do you like,
suspenseful
no,
movies.
but like, do you like the,
Start
like,
locking
you
your
know how
door.
some people have, do you like actual, like, one specific scary movie character? Like,
Like
what's
an
your,
iconic
like,
one or
yeah, like an iconic one. Like, you have
Uh,
Michael Myers, you have Jason, you have Freddy Krueger.
Ghostface for sure.
Yeah, you gotta
Ghostface.
Yeah,
The
Ghostface
Mexicans
is
held
my
it down, bro.
favorite.
They were like 4
The-
years
with the-
straight.
with the-
Everyone,
with
bro.
the
just-
bloody ghost
yeah.
face.
Yeah.
Dude, with a heart
Yeah.
pump.
Oh yeah, that was,
Yeah, dude.
with
Uh,
a knife with the
that
little
one.
water, the blood water.
Exactly. That one's always my favorite.
So,
Yeah.
What the-
I was,
No, but
I
I
was
haven't.
Ghostface.
I hadn't watched the Alien movies up until recently. Actually, I watched. What's the latest one that just went out?
Romulus.
Yeah. So I watched Romulus first, right? And then I was like, whoa.
Who's that?
Like that's
the Alien movie.
That's the newest Alien movie that came out recently.
Alien, the big monster, the blade head, xenomorphs.
No.
It's like a movie series.
Like Alien versus Predator.
Oh, yeah, that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the
But just the Alien.
Yeah.
But that's what it was called.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Well, the newest one is called Alien Romulus.
Ooh, I gotta watch that.
Dude,
It's
I like
yeah.
that.
It's pretty.
No,
I heard
like
it. I've heard.
sci-fi, so-
You'll have to watch.
No,
that shit.
you know
It's
what?
Super nice.
I don't know if you guys seen it. It's called Prey. It's
No,
like
I haven't
like a older of like Predator,
Hmm.
like those monsters Predator. Like
Same,
it's
same storyline, though?
yes, but it's like about during like Native American era.
Oh, I saw that
Oh,
one. I saw that one on Prime.
Yeah.
They kept like
showing
it like in the front.
yeah,
I watched that. I like
it's
that one.
gas,
That one, that's
bro.
pretty good.
You'll
That's
like
good.
it. Be it remind me of Alien Romulus. So
Sounds
it's
dope.
called Prey, and it's about Predator during the Native American era. So it's like in the new Alien vs Predator movies, are all those like like sci-fi guns. No, this is like bow and arrow, tomahawks, like type of movie. It's
Damn.
badass.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
like
movie
that
I
one. That was
recommend.
Pray.
All right, so we're going to Comic Con
Yeah.
then.
And that was our every 4 week movie talk.
We do talk about movies a lot.
This is how we do.
I'm a huge fan of movies. I love Captain America, the new
Yeah,
movie.
dude, that's so
Bro, it's getting so much unnecessary hate, and it's so fucking like annoying because people get on this bandwagon that like, oh, like it has to fit in the MCU storyline or it's not comic accurate and all that. But it's like it's just a story in itself,
Yeah.
And I feel like people are losing touch out of that. And if you guys seen Iron Man and like in Top Gun, for example, like it has like a lot of mixture of that, like with a dude and like with wings. It's a badass movie. I really liked it.
A dude
I'm a
with
huge-
wings.
I know. You're really selling it, buddy.
Yeah.
I really
Oh.
liked it. It felt like a new, fresh touch, especially just for Marvel. But even just action movies alone, the last good action movie that I felt like really like stood out to me was just Top Gun Maverick, and that was like already like 2 years ago, I believe, or a year ago.
Damn.
So that one was really I liked. I watched it yesterday. I went with my girl and my little sister, and she took her brother. So it was really fun. I recommend it. Drew.
Yeah, I was telling you earlier that I thought that was the best movie that Marvel's came out with in years, And so it's like a lot of the hate that it was getting, it's like, it was cool because they actually brought back like cool characters in a way, So it was actually fun to watch again, and then it wasn't just like,
Spoil it.
I'm not gonna spoil that, but it was just.
We have millions of viewers. We can't spoil it.
yeah, but it's gonna know, dude. Fernie's gonna be pissed if he hasn't seen it.
He's gonna be on his way to the theater watching the podcast.
I know he's gonna listen to it. He's like, "Fuck." But I enjoyed it, dude, and especially too with the movies that got coming up. I'm actually excited for the first
Yeah.
time. So I love Marvel.
That's fine.
I'm probably the same kind of fan as Alex
That's,
is. You know?
that's a
Ooh.
great like little self-care thing that you guys do for yourselves.
Why keep up
you
with
know?
Marvel?
Wait, what do you
No,
mean?
but like like
Watching movies.
yeah, like go
Yeah.
out to the theaters. You guys like love going to the movies.
oh, like the
watch-
experience of it?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
haven't done that in a
like
minute.
that. I feel like
Bro,
that's like a
I
huge
love
like
it.
a
That was
self-care thing
Dude.
that you guys like don't miss. Like that's really cool. That's
Dude,
awesome.
getting that Dolby experience.
It's like your morphine.
We sat in the
Dude.
seats that are like the ones that move.
4D.
Oh,
No, it wasn't the 4D. It was like the it's basically the same thing, but
Yeah,
whatever.
but they move.
4D.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever Cinemark calls them. Dude, yeah, it was pretty cool.
You guys are single-handedly keeping AMC in business. Congrats, boys.
I love AMC.
I got multiple accounts under
Yeah.
their emails.
Different names.
Get the stock, bro.
Oh, yeah.
As well.
That was part of our. Oh well, that was part of my girl and I's like late Valentine's Day because I worked all weekend. Went to Fogo.
I was gonna say you're one of the lucky few, Gio, right? That got to go. Oh, maybe you, Drew, right? You guys got to go out on actual Valentine's Day,
Yeah.
right? Doesn't happen too often for restaurant folk, you know.
Mm-mm.
But
Real.
when it does, greatly appreciated.
This is mine and my girl's first time on Valentine's Day going out. For the
Yeah, I was
5
gonna
years we've been together, bro.
Damn, bro. How was it?
It was good, but we went to go watch the movie that night. That's what our big thing was.
Oh,
So
nice,
we,
bro. That's nice.
we
And
got dinner and then we went to watch that. So
I've been seeing nonstop TikToks of like everybody prepare for Valentine's Day because no tips and everything because couples don't tip. That's why like.
Did you guys say people were proposing over?
one
Dude.
person proposed?
I've seen.
What the
How many
hell, dude?
proposals do you guys think you've seen like at restaurants that you worked at?
I've seen four,
4,
four,
I
and
think
one
I've
of them
seen
was at
2.
Denny's.
2.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Big ball.
Crazy, dude.
Well, like the whole tip stuff. Like, what do you guys think about it? Like, obviously we're all servers. We make tips.
What do you mean?
Like, there's been questions
What do you mean by
about this whole like tax stuff and everything of like people saying that we shouldn't get taxed on our tips, but also there's another conversation to this of that tips shouldn't be like completely taken away.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Like other countries don't have that.
Yeah, other countries
you know.
don't have that.
Is
Like-
it because the wage is gonna go up, or
No, just tip in general.
You know, but again, if the wages went up though, that would make sense to me.
But
you
over
know?
there in other countries that don't have that tip culture, right? Do you guys agree with that one, or it just all depends on?
I think my take on it, bro, honestly, is like, I think as long as you're not expecting anything, bro. I think if you're like complaining about it, it kind of looks like it's a reflection on you. Like, if you get mad about like someone not tipping you, it's normal, obviously. You know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck?
Mm.
But it's at the same time, it's like it just like I don't know. I really don't care like if they tip or not, because other people tip and some people
Yeah.
don't, and it's like whatever, you know what I mean? But I think at the end of the day, it's like the people that are hating like on like why do we even tip and blah blah. It's like I think they're focused on the wrong thing, because there's other people like fucking and not even to hate on athletes or anything like that. They get paid hella like. No one says anything about their
okay,
fucking
I
$1 million
get
and they're like playing ball, you know what I mean? It's like it's super entertaining, and then people look up to them and shit like that. But it's like, but no one ever says like, oh, they're getting paid too much, you know what I mean?
Mm.
And it's like, but people hate because we were making like, you know, certain amount of money. It's like that's just how it is, you know. Like wherever you want your money to go to, like don't complain if it's not your money, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's it. I think that's all. That's all I gotta say.
It's like my thoughts are on like the service kind of portion of that. It's like people like that's like one of the industries where I think it is dependent on how you like actually do at the table, or actually how you do it like in your service portion. That like
Yeah.
depends on how you're gonna get paid out from it, you know. And so that's why I think it makes sense that if we're gonna get like paid less minimum wage here and then have that tip to go on top of it,
Yeah,
like that has to be dependent on how we perform, you know.
Mm.
And so
that's kind
It's
of
fu-
how it is.
it's funny though, because though you'll have other professions, like think of like a mechanic, you know, for a
Yeah.
car. It's like at the end of the day, they're still gonna fix your car, but some people can take a week, some people can take 3 weeks. You
Yeah.
know, it doesn't matter. You're still gonna pay them the exact amount that was agreed upon, or whatever it was that you know that the repair is gonna take. You know,
Yeah.
but you don't tip them on top of like their service, or you don't get like
Fuck,
you don't get to
imagine.
like pay them less just because you thought their service was bad. You know,
Like hands you a tablet, like he's gonna ask you a real quick question, bro.
exactly. Yeah.
Oh wow. Well, yeah, but everyone good?
Well, what's your take on it?
Okay, that's my take on it.
Sorry, it's because the camera's overheating. I mean, if we don't stop, we're gonna lose everything.
Pause it right here.
Guys, we're just going
You don't
just
have
for
to
this
say
pod.
anything.
We're risking it all so we can clickbait it for 2
We
more
ri-
minutes.
We risked it all.
We risked it all.
For 2 more minutes.
Chat, did we lose it? You gotta make a face.
All right, wait, get the what is it?
Oh,
What's the
I get what you mean. I know what
yeah?
you're
What's
talking about.
the fucking
I
first
forgot.
clip? Thumbnail.
Thumbnail.
Jesus.
That's
Oh my
fuck.
god.
All right.
The loading shit on
All
top.
right,
We're just
Jesus.
like, get the loading thing on top of our heads.
Thank you.
Thumbnail.
All right.
Thumbnail.
We got it at the same time, right?
Thumbnail
All
should
right,
be-
all right. Get the thumbnail, guys. All right. We lost it all. Ready? All right. Hold on. All right. You got to look surprised. Look surprised. 1, 2, 3. Okay, guys. All right, guys. Well, thank you for staying with us for like at least an hour, right?
Of course. Yeah.
Was it?
No.
Yeah, we're getting there.
You're gonna chop it up, though, aren't you?
Huh?
Like how you did.
Yeah, we're gonna chop it up a lot.
Yeah. Well,
No.
There's too many quiet moments.
That's
thank
okay.
you guys for staying with us for another hour.
Thanks for tuning in. Gio, thanks for coming back again.
Yeah, man. Pleasure.
Okay, that's what